As I review life insurance policies with people, one thing that I notice more than anything, and it's just a shocker, but most people, I'd say 90 to 95% of the people that I do reviews with don't know what they have. So I'm going to ask you this: blindfolded, if I tell you don't peek inside your policy, but tell me off the cuff, what exactly do you have? How does it work? Does it build cash value? When does it expire? Okay. I could go on. Do you know what you have? Here's the thing: our industry, it teaches this. Go get some leads. Okay. Write some policies. Go on to the next guy. Get more leads, write more policies, on to the next guy. Most of you, do you even know who your life insurance agent is? Have they followed up? Have they done a review? Do you hear from them ever again? In most cases, the answer is no. So what happens is this: someone gets a policy, they think they know what they have, it goes in their drawer, and they forget about it because they think, oh, I'm covered for 20, 30 years. I'm good. And then somebody else comes along, like myself, to review said coverage with them, and we find out it's not what they thought. So the two most common things, number one, that I'm seeing, people think they have whole and they have term. Term is like renting. You're not building any value. There's no equity being built. So if you have term insurance, there's nothing wrong with it. Just know what you have. I'm okay with both. They're all tools. I have both, but I'm not okay with surprises. So if you don't know what you have, you need to dig it up and take a look. Because if you want whole life, you need to fix it sooner than later. I just had a guy ask me today on one of my appointments. He's been paying into a policy for almost 3 years now, thinking it was whole life. And he said, what can I do with all the premiums I've paid in? I said, well, not much. The best thing you can do is start fresh and get a new policy that does build cash value, because you don't have right now, as a term policy holder, you don't have any cash value, and it doesn't transfer. So that's the first thing I see, is people think they have term when they have whole. And the second thing is convertibility inside your policy. I had an appointment last week. I helped a gentleman with a new whole life policy because he had just passed that convertibility deadline. So inside your policy, if it's convertible to whole, if you have a term, it's convertible to whole, there is a deadline that you need to pay attention to, because as soon as you pass that, you're not eligible for conversion, which just means you have to reapply, which also means if your health ain't so great, you might not get any coverage at all. You might get declined. So I'm just letting you know. Those are a couple of things to watch for. I come across this stuff all the time. So I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, you know what? Take a look at your coverage. And if you're not sure how to look at it, because it's written by a bunch of lawyers and people that write long, hard to understand copy, get in front of an agent that can help you interpret what you have, because we know what to look for. We know what to understand, how to understand it. The right agent can dissect your policy, can sit down with you, help you understand what you have, help you be aware of some of these key elements inside your policy. And I'll talk more about some of the other things in the future, but I just wanted to, for those of you who haven't yet, if you haven't heard from your agent since you got your policy, just like most people, pull it out. Do yourself a favor sometime after dinner, before you go to bed, before you turn on Netflix. Do something for your family. Pull out your policy, dust it off, take a look at it. And if it's all Greek to you, schedule an appointment with someone that can at least spend 5 minutes telling you what you got. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be surprised. You think you have something and it's not. And the worst time to find that out is when you go to get your policy. The worst time. You don't want a surprise. Okay. You just want to make sure what you have is what you think you have. All right. So that's my PSA for today. I hope that helps some of you. And if you need help and you can't find your agent, hit me up. I do reviews. It's not a sales pitch. It's not any pressure. I'll just take a look at your policy with you. We'll take 5 minutes, maybe less, and we'll tell you what you have. And if it's what you think you have and what you need, awesome. At least now you can sleep well at night knowing that you don't have any surprises in your policy. So that's what we all want. All right, guys, back to work. See you later.